What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video. Today we got to talk about SHIBA INU because SHIBA INU has been pumping, and we're going to talk about whether or not it's going to continue to pump and all that good stuff. So definitely stick around to the end of the video and hit that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section, and if you want to become a member of the channel, definitely go ahead and do that. I'll go over any crypto that the members want me to go over next. And this video is brought to you by marsellis.beatstars.com. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's go straight over SHIBA INU. So the first thing we want to talk about really is the technical analysis here. But first, I want to mention a few things that's been going on in SHIBA INU, and this is this. So Ethereum whale scooped up 150 billion SHIBA INU coins as burns intensify. So it says Ethereum whales continue scooping up SHIBA INU, buying 150 billion over the past 24 hours. 62.26 billion SHIB continues to be burned over the last 48 hours, reducing the number of tokens in circulation. Now, analysts predict a continuation of SHIBA INU price uptrend and set an upside target of 1350. But this is where you want to watch out because right now you see SHIBA INU is at 1185. They say over here, don't believe the hype. The SHIBA INU price will pull back, and this pretty much means a bull trap. Over here, they say SHIBA INU price trades 65% above June 13th low as the bulls aim to print a shooting star candlestick pattern on the weekly chart. Multiple technical indicators suggest a pullback will occur for the SHIB price, and a validation of the downtrend lies at the 1425 area. So let's go over this now. First things first with the SHIBA INU prices. Look, we are in control of the 24-hour market control by 80%, so we're 80% bullish here, and we are having some selling here on the oscillator. You can see that right now, but ultimately SHIBA INU is moving sideways. So if we were to break out of this area and hit this resistance up here, it would pretty much stop at 1250, but this is such a dim and lightly shaded red area that there may be a little bit more demand than we think. So red areas are supply and demand of less demand, and green areas supply and demand of more demand. So we don't really have like too little demand in this area, so we may have potential to go up again. But what comes after that is what you want to be paying attention to with SHIBA INU. So first, let's talk about the bearish scenario that could happen. So if we become bearish and we get rejected, like we kind of are now, we're not really passing this resistance. If we don't pass this resistance, you're going to see SHIBA INU pulling back down to this area here, which is pretty much at 1105. And then you're going to see SHIBA INU pulling back down here to this area, which is about 1070. So there's a lot of potential there with SHIBA INU. Now, I also want to mention, like, if it did do these pullbacks, it's not that big of a pullback. Let's be completely honest. And this is only the 15M chart, so this is short term anyway. So let's talk about what could happen in long term with SHIBA INU looking at the 4H chart, which is the 4-hour chart. So when looking at the 4-hour chart, what do you see here with SHIBA INU? Our oscillator is showing that we have lots of buying pressure, but that buying wave is starting to go down. Look at how it tops out and then it starts to go down. Notice with this buying wave, it started to go and top out, but it didn't necessarily just go straight down. This one is starting to form a downward angle. So this pretty much indicates that a huge sell wave is pretty much about to come next. So what would that do to us? That would actually take SHIBA INU from where it's at now and pull it back down to the next the next support, not resistance. So that next support pretty much goes from where we are now all the way down to here. This is the next support for SHIBA INU, and that's pretty much 1100, like I said before. And then after that, we got some more support all the way down here at the bottom of this supply and demand area. So there's lots of demand for SHIBA INU in this area, which means it's going to be pretty hard for us to go down because there's so much demand for SHIBA INU. And really, crypto has been going up right now. This could all be a bull trap, though. I'm telling you now, there's nothing good inside the global economy right now. There's nothing good going on inside of this world. So, and when I'm saying that, I'm saying financially. There's nothing good going on financially. So, right now, I definitely think this is a bull trap. This is a huge bull trap. And right now, people are more focused on political things, if you know what I mean. They're not really focused on the financial things because we just now had a huge political bill passed, and now people are going crazy about that. But right now, they're not really focused on the financials, which is exactly why you see everything going up, because they're talking about the states having regulation over people's bodies, if you want to say that, because you already know what's going on there. I don't really want to touch on that here because that's not what this video is about. But people aren't focusing on the financials right now. They're focusing on the humanitarian issues inside of politics, and that's what they're focused on. So this right here is very important because people aren't paying attention. They're paying attention to that, not the finances, which means that we're pumping, but it's a completely artificial pump. And the bulls know this. The whales know this. They're throwing their money in right now. And you can even see here, they're throwing their money in because they know people aren't focused on the financials. So they can pump it up real quick. And then once people start FOMOing in, then they're going to go ahead and pull the rug on people. They're going to start selling out. So this could be a bull trap. You got to be aware of that. But it is nice to see this pump. I hope everyone's getting some good gains on this, but I don't think it's going to last forever. Now, if we were to become bullish right now, then you would see SHIB going all the way up to 1800. 1800 is pretty much our next major resistance. So if you see SHIB start to like break out of our resistance now and get past 1200, then you will see 1800. Now, 1800 is like that area where we hit, but then we get rejected because that's a huge run up from where we are now to 1800 is a huge run up. So a pullback is expected if we go that high. But like I said, this could be a bull trap and we may not even get that high. But anyways, you can see SHIBA INU up a very good amount right now for our 5.5% now for the last 24 hours. And then we got all this good stuff in the other overall crypto market. Everything's pretty much gaining price. But this is very important to look at, though, with the Ethereum whale scooping up more sheep. So SHIBA INU price has witnessed a massive rally over the past week despite a bear market in crypto. I wonder why. Just like I said earlier, people are focused on politics and not finances. So this is huge for us. This is a huge opportunity. Anyways, while Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and other altcoins witnessed a steep decline in price, SHIBA INU price continued its climb. SHIBA INU price is up 51.6%. Blah, 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 blah. The real important message here is right down here. And it says, among the 100 largest investors on the Ethereum network, accumulated and acquired more SHIBA INU. That's what we need to look at. This is important. 100 of the largest Ethereum investors. This means literal billionaires and millionaires are throwing money into SHIBA INU. So throughout the crypto market bloodbath, they call it, large wallet investors have accumulated SHIBA INU coins. Based on data from Whale Stats, a platform that shares insights on top 100 wallets on the Ethereum network, Whales now hold 51 or 512.3 billion sheep coins. That's huge right there. So also we're getting a lot of coins burned. So it's also causing people to buy more and more sheep. 62.26 billion sheep has been burned. So there's huge right now. This is huge right now. Now also over here, analysts set up upside target for 1350. So analysts at Cryptotillion or whatever, Cryptopolitan, whatever you want to call it, evaluated the SHIBA INU price chart and observed an ascending triangle pattern. So SHIBA INU price crossed its 50-day exponential moving average at the 1041 area, and analysts believe that SHIB price could continue its upward trend, eyeing 1350 target. So they're saying pretty much when we hit 1350, that's when we're pretty much gonna get rejected at resistance, and that's pretty much gonna be the area where SHIBA INU probably stops at right now. And I just want to mention to anyone out there that's still watching, uh, apologize for my long pauses and slow talking right now, but I do have, let's just say, the beer virus. I can't really say it right now, and I'm really out of breath. I'm trying to go, but I'm starting to like, gotta clear my throat. But anyways, let's keep going over this. So the next thing I want to talk about here with SHIBA INU is the other technical areas to talk about how it's a bull trap. Now, I definitely do believe that this could be a bull trap. So let's go over why they believe it as well. You already know why I believe it, because people are just focused on on politics and not on actual finances and what's going on in our global economy. So I'm not saying that the politics aren't important, but when it comes to finances, they're little to any importance on the typical politics that they're talking about. And it has nothing to do with finance, which is why people aren't paying attention to what's really going on inside the financial world, which is why we're getting pumps coming right now in crypto. But it could be a good or bad thing. Just whenever you decide to get in or get out, if you make these profits on it, it's definitely good for you. But anyways, SHIBA INU price is too early to call is pretty much what they're saying. So they're saying over here, investors are in a frenzy as talks that a market bottom has been established for the notorious meme coin arises. So I don't know if a bottom has been established, but it could definitely be true that the bottom has been established in crypto. This is the last support line that we have for SHIB. And even with Bitcoin, we've seen that the Bitcoin also had their last support as well. So with this being our last support down here at the 5Z75, which is 5 zeros and a 7, well, 5Z74. So 5 zeros and 7 4 then this is exactly what you want to be watching. Because if this is the bottom, that means, yeah, we could have a pullback as if this is a bull trap, but it's not going to be anything like bad like we've seen before, like a huge crash. Like you could see this pullback down to the next support and then possibly even the next one. And then at the worst, pulling back down here. But we've already experienced this adversity so many times. So it's really not that bad. So anyways, Shiba Inu price does not have more short. Shiba Inu price does have more short-term upside potential of targets in the 1350 level for an additional 30% gain. However, the SHIB price has yet to hurdle the relative strength index. So there's huge potential here for SHIB to continue to gain. But like I said, this could be a bull trap. Over here, they then say invalidation of the bearish thesis is a breach of the 1437. So we're no longer bearish if we pass 1437. So if the bulls accumulate this hurdle, then we'll eventually get up to 1850, like I was mentioning. So that I really like these indicators because they're very accurate. And yeah, that is exactly where our resistance lies, all the way up here around 1850. It gives you a rough estimate of where you're going to land. And then you just kind of want to look at the supply and demand areas. And whenever it's more darky, I see I'm just making up words right now, where it's more dark shaded. I almost said darkly shaded, but because I was thinking lightly shaded, but where it's more dark shades of the area, that's where your resistance is more likely to be. And we're seeing right here now that 1850 is where our dark shaded area starts with our resistance. So that's definitely where our resistance is. And if we pass 1450, that's where you're going to see that the bearish scenario is invalidated. And 1450 being right up here, which we should have some indicators previously in the past for that when we were actually around that area. So yeah, right here, you're seeing this is where our previous resistance was back in May. So it definitely deems itself as our resistance now. So 1450, if we can pass that, we're bullish. If we can't, we get rejected at 1350 before we even get up there. We're pretty much bearish. So yeah, this is all I got for you all today. Shout out to everyone that stuck around through the video. Like I said, I got the beer virus and out of breath, feeling weak, and all that stuff. I'm still here with the Shiba Inu videos. I still believe in crypto. I still believe everything's going to be pumping huge. But yeah, definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you want to become a member of the channel, definitely go ahead and do that. I'll go over any crypto that the members want me to go over next. And also remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.